Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKadosh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who are suffering under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalio, and this video is about the mark of the beast prophecy, which is the Microchip. Alright, and here it is, another update, man. Elon Musk has already tapped into the brains of 21 people. Thousands more to follow in 2026 with mass production of Neuralink chip. So, automatically, reading the headline, knowing the prophecy, understanding the times that we're in, measuring the time diligently, it just simply speaks to the time, man, that we're in. Okay, the scriptures say it in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. And what's the vision? These prophecies. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. The end of what? The end of the rulership of the so-called white man, who are the biblical Edomites, who are the ones that are currently in rulership, right? This is their vile, wicked kingdom. And their kingdom has an end, all right? The scriptures say that he shall be loosed a little season. The scriptures say that his bounds are appointed, that he cannot pass, all right? The blessing that was given unto Esau, who is their forefather, the so-called white people, the Edomites, was a temporary blessing. The fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven, and by the sword will he rule. So this is his rulership right now, where he has complete control of the earth. But it's coming to its end. And a part of the end of Esau's kingdom is seeing the manifestation of these prophecies from Yahweh Shemishai, the mark of the beast prophecy, the World War III prophecy, the deliverance prophecy of the nation of Israel, specifically the elect of the nation of Israel, the destruction of America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great, which the salvation and the destruction is a simultaneous event, all right, as well as the other prophecies in the persecution of the children of Israel, Jacob's trouble, right, which we're in right now. It has started, okay, great judgment, famine, pestilence, the sword, plagues, everything, man, all right. All of these things are going to be happening at the end of Esau's kingdom, and we're in that time, right? And as the scriptures say, Esau is the end of the world, talking about a period of time and age, right? And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, okay? So our kingdom is coming next. Yahushua is returning at the end of Esau's kingdom. He's going to put Esau out of power, okay? And so now we're clearly in that time, man. And the mark of the beast prophecy is that major prophecy to look out for right now, because the others, right, the salvation and the destruction cannot come until it is fulfilled, because there is a judgment for our people in America who take the microchip, right? The scriptures say that 2/3 shall be cut off and die. So these are the times that we're in, man, okay? And it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, and it's not tiring. It definitely isn't, right? When you look at the world, when you look at what's going on, right? We are in what is Esau's fourth industrial revolution. They call it the intelligence age, the digital age. It's also really their NWO. And their main purpose of the NWO is to introduce a next level slavery system upon the world, which is going to be a kind of technological slavery system, right? And at the forefront of it all is going to be that microchip, which is the mark of the beast. They're going to be marking their slaves with the microchip, all right? They're going to have these 15-minute cities, which when you really think about the 15-minute cities and how they operate, you'll see that from one, location, they're saying that you're able to do everything that you need to do within a 15-minute area, right? Radius, rather, okay? So you can do everything in 15 minutes. But when you really think about it, that is the control and slavery that they're bringing in. What they're telling you is that you're going to be in this designated area and you're going to be just in it, all right? Who knows if you would be able to even travel out of that area. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as convenient and as, updated of a lifestyle as it appears to be, but these are the tricks of the devil, and we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. All right, so with that being said, the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. So we're now at the end, and it's speaking very loudly because the microchip is out there, both in the hand and in the forehead. Let's get the prophecy, Revelation 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And who's going to be causing this? The Edomites, the people that are in rulership, specifically their ruling class, who are the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, the elite bankers. All right. Every nation that is in rulership has a ruling class, and the ruling class for the Edomites is their head tribe, the tribe of Amalek, which are those Ish people, the small hats. Okay. They're going to make it mandatory worldwide. It doesn't matter who you are, in order to continue in their society, right? You are going to have a microchip, right? So the mark is the microchip. It is the Charagma at G5480, which is something that is physical, all right? It's that microchip. So a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So there's the microchip in the hand, and then there's the microchip in the forehead, which is the brain microchip. Both of the technologies are up and running, successfully implanted into people, and ready to go. All right. What they're doing now is really gradually bringing in the system, right? And if you take a look over there in the East, specifically at China, you can see that the system is set up. China's, to me, observing it, is ready for the people to be microchipped. They have all the systems going, right? The digital yuan, the digital ID system with the Chinese government ID, the advancements of the digital public infrastructure with the cities. They have the social credit system in place. China's really ready to go. They're already under that surveillance kind of thing, right? In China, if you, for example, jaywalk or something, you automatically get points taken off of your social credit system, and you are caught by way of the surveillance system that is put in place, which is a part of the digital public infrastructure, right? It's going to be, they're implementing a very heavy level of surveillance, right? This next level slavery system that they're bringing in, they're trying to make it seem all, nice and, favorable onto the people, but it's not at all, okay? And then it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So unless you have the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, you will not be able to buy or sell. And that's what the microchip does. Okay. It makes purchases, right? The portion in the hand. So the brain microchip, it's out there. And Elon Musk, it's been speed ran, over these past few years. It has gone from, the trials in the animals to the human trials, and it became very successful, successfully implanted into the humans. And now the people with the brain microchip are literally communicating with the brain microchip. They are communicating with external technology and literally playing video games by just, however it operates, from how the microchip is implanted with the brain and how that all works out. They're just able to do it. Okay. So, they're claiming that 21 people have it, but they plan to microchip thousands more in 2026 with mass production of Neuralink chip. So, we'll see how things progress as the year goes on, right? But they're rolling it out very heavily. And in this article they mention this blind sight thing, which he made the statement, I think, a few years ago, talking about how the brain microchip will be able to allow the blind to see. So this is what this blind sight is: a vision restoring device with FDA breakthrough status that Musk cautions may start out with graphics closer to Atari than IMAX. Okay. But it says Neuralink has entered a decisive chapter. Indeed, executives point to a 2026 horizon for mass production and broader access The pitch is clear: turn thoughts into action, restoring digital independence for people with severe paralysis. And this is how it has been advertised at first, right? To be for those that are in certain critical conditions that cannot be reversed, like the paraplegics or people who are blind. But the way that it's coming, the other day, who promoted it? Kim Kardashian, right? Kim Kardashian promoted it, right? And then Mr. Beast, who's a very popular YouTuber, promoted it. So they're starting to use their celebrities and their influencers to start pushing this microchip. It speaks to the times that we're in, okay? Anyway, the article itself just speaks about, what's going on with it. But you have the brain microchip over here in the West by way of Elon Musk, but you also have the brain microchip being developed over there in China, right? You can see China from July 20th, 2025. China is catching up to the US in brain tech, rivaling firms like Elon Musk Neuralink. China's brain tech achieves tumor localization breakthrough, right? China is building a brain-computer interface industry, August 28, 2025. Neurosys achieves milestone with China's first battery-integrated brain chip implant, December 15, 2025. So, the way I see it is that you have, like Elon Musk creating the microchip and advertising it and selling it, like over here in the West. There has been mention of America, Canada, and the UK, right? And then you have over there in the East, China is developing the brain microchip, and it's all working in the same kind of way because it's all the same microchip that's going to be used to microchip the entire world, right? It is a mark of the beast. So these are just simply the times that we're in, man. Okay? And here it is once again: China brain tech rivals Musk's Neuralink, and they're promoting it via their mainstream media, CNN. Okay, so back in January 10th, 2016, this individual named Klaus Schwab, who was the face of the World Economic Forum, but because people started to really catch on and really to see what's going on in certain types of way, they started to make memes about him and all kinds of things. And they recently moved him out of the position, and they put somebody else in the position who's doing the same exact thing that he was doing before. All right, just the same goal, different face. All right, but he made a statement back in January 10th, 2016, okay, regarding people being microchipped. Right, you can see it here. It says, from a 2016 interview with Klaus Schwab, boss of the World Economic Forum in Davos, in which he says humans will have a chip implanted in their brain or skin within 10 years. So this was said in 2016, and now it is the year 2026. And people are literally being microchipped, and people have been microchipped, you know what I'm saying? Regarding the hand portion for a good while, right? I was watching a video that the elder apostle Tahar did, and he mentioned a family that it came out back in maybe 2009, maybe 2010, if I'm remembering correctly, a good while back, of people receiving the hand microchip. But the brain microchip now, the brain microchip is more recent. All right. So today at the end of this, we're talking about chips that can be implanted. When will that be? Certainly in the next 10 years. And at first we will implant them in our clothes. And then we could imagine that we will implant them in our brains and in our skin. So, I mean, there it is, man. Okay? Straight to the point. 10 years later, people are literally being microchipped in the brain, and at this 10-year mark as well, right? It's now being accelerated. That's why Elon Musk is talking about brain microchipping thousands of people. Okay? Which also, given the times that we're in, I'm just speaking, hopefully it is this year that things accelerate and they make the microchip mandatory. Who knows? However, Yahweh Shemi Shai has it set out, man. But my hope is that it is done as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? That Yahweh Shai returns as soon as possible. So I'm hoping for the prophecies to come to pass. You know, but it speaks to the times that we're in, man. And that's just what it is. All right, there's a judgment, of course. Don't take the microchip. Right, and the warning is only for the children of Israel, and the hour of temptation is going to come upon all the world, man, because it's going to become mandatory worldwide. And for those of us in this truth that believe, in Romans chapter 13 and verse 11, it says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Yeah, because they're really setting up the system, man. When you really observe everything that's going on, they're setting up the system. They're gradually bringing it in, getting people used to this new way of life that they're introducing, which is going to be their next level slavery system, microchipping the people, marking their slaves. Okay, so with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemi Shai Bashar Makal Kodesh. Shalom.